Shirley MacLaine, born on April 24, 1934, in Richmond, Virginia, is an actress and dancer. Throughout her acting career, MacLaine has achieved great success, with notable roles in films such as The Apartment, 1960, and Terms of Endearment, 1983. With her natural red hair and expressive eyes, Shirley MacLaine possesses a graceful and refined beauty. Despite being 90 years old, she still maintains a sharp mind and a vibrant presence, as evidenced by her continued involvement in the entertainment industry with carefully selected roles, demonstrating her unwavering passion for art and life.
Michael Nader. In 1983, age 38, Michael Nader died on 23rd of August 2021 at the age of 76 at his home, 10 days after being diagnosed with an untreatable form of cancer.
Drew Drexel is an American professional athlete and television personality, best known for his participation in the reality competition show American Ninja Warrior. He was born on January 6, 1989, in Miami, Florida. Drexel gained fame for his exceptional athletic abilities and his consistent performances on American Ninja Warrior. He has been a dominant figure on the show and has completed some of the most challenging obstacle courses, earning him the nickname the real-life ninja. Drexel's charisma and dedication made him a fan favorite on the show. However, in August 2020, Drew Drexel faced serious legal issues when he was arrested and charged with several counts related to child exploitation and child pornography. The charges alleged inappropriate conduct involving a minor. These accusations shocked his fans and the American Ninja Warrior community. Drexel's legal case was ongoing, and he had been suspended from the show. His situation serves as a reminder that even individuals in the public eye can face serious legal consequences for their actions.
Robert Duvall, born January 5, 1931, is like the Chuck Norris of Hollywood, a living legend who's been gracing the silver screen for eons. His career is so epic, they probably write sonnets about it. And guess what? One of his shining moments was in The Godfather, 1972. In this mobster masterpiece, Duvall rocked the role of Tom Hagen, the Corleone family's consigliere. With a coolness that could rival an iceberg and wisdom that would make Yoda nod in approval, he turned organized crime into a classy affair. It's like he's the James Bond of the mafia, but with more brains and less martini. Before he was advising mob bosses, Duvall was already leaving jaws on the floor. From To Kill a Mockingbird, 1962, to Apocalypse Now, 1979, he showcased a range that could make a chameleon consider a career change. But hold your horses, because Duvall isn't just about red carpets and flashing lights. He's a cowboy at heart, tending to horses and soaking in the quiet charm of the countryside.
Fallon Fox. Story is a living testament to courage, determination, and the ability to break barriers in a world that is often slow to accept change. As a pioneer in the world of mixed martial arts, MMA, Fallon's journey has been about more than just winning fights. It's about standing up for her identity and paving the way for transgender athletes everywhere. Born and raised in Toledo, Ohio, Fallon knew from a young age that she was different from other boys. She always felt more comfortable around girls, but expressing this was not easy. Like many transgender individuals, Fallon struggled to understand her identity, especially in an environment where traditional gender roles were heavily reinforced. Her parents, like most at the time, did not have the tools or understanding to help her navigate these emotions. When Fallon finally told her parents that she was transgender, their reaction was not supportive. Her mother did not take the news well, while her father believed that Fallon was simply gay and could fix it. This misunderstanding led to Fallon being placed in gay conversion therapy, a controversial and widely discredited practice. The goal of the therapy is to try to change an individual's sexual orientation or gender identity, but for Fallon, it was an attempt to force her back into a box she never belonged in. Despite the pressure from her family and society, Fallon deeply understood that she was not a man and needed to transition in order to live authentically. Fallon's decision to transition was not easy, especially since she had to do it without the support of her parents. While the transition required courage and perseverance, Fallon was determined to live as the woman she knew she was. After transitioning, Fallon Fox made history as the first openly transgender athlete in MMA. No small feat in a sport known for its strict standards of endurance and masculinity. However, when Fallon entered the world of MMA as a female fighter, she faced backlash and questions about whether she had an unfair advantage over her opponents. Many critics argued that being born male gave Fallon more power than the women she fought. The worst thing for Fallon was not only the criticism from the outside, but also the change in how her peers viewed her. Before coming out, she was able to blend in as a normal female athlete. But after her story came out, everything changed. People she had trained with for years began to see her differently, no longer sees her as a competitor, but as someone who doesn't belong here. Despite the many challenges she faces, Fallon Fox continues to fight both in and out of the ring. She is determined to prove that transgender athletes have a rightful place in sports and refuses to let prejudice or ignorance push her aside. Her story is not just about an athlete, but an inspiring journey to fight for equality and acceptance in sports. Cary Grant, an icon of screen gentility, struggled with alcoholism in the 1950s. His journey through this ordeal took an unexpected turn when his doctor introduced him to a treatment that was novel at the time, LSD, a controversial hallucinogen. Rather than being afraid, Grant embraced the method, seeing it as a way to find liberation and enlightenment. Through his psychedelic experiences, he not only overcame his personal trauma, but also changed his outlook on life. Grant shared this positive change with friends, including Judy Balaban, daughter of the president of Paramount Pictures. She once said, "If it was good enough for Cary Grant, it was good enough for me." During his treatment, Grant attended about 100 therapy sessions, each bringing him a deeper insight into himself and the world around him. Although this method was controversial, for him it opened the door to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Cary Grant continued to enjoy a peaceful and contented life until his death at the age of 82. His legacy is not only his outstanding acting, but also an inspirational story of overcoming hardship and finding balance in life.
Cameron Diaz, born on August 30, 1972, in San Diego, California, is an actress and former model, renowned for her natural and vibrant acting style. She began her acting career with a breakthrough role in The Mask, 1994, and continued to achieve success with films like Charlie's Angels and the Shrek series. Her youthful, radiant appearance and humorous acting style have made Cameron Diaz a household name in the film industry. She is known as a beauty icon with a dynamic fashion sense. Currently, at the age of 52, Diaz maintains a positive attitude towards her wrinkles, embodying a healthy and confident outlook at every age.
Kathleen Beller, in 1982, age 25. Kathleen Beller, in 2023, age 66.
William Hayden, a former American gunsmith, was born on June 24, 1965, in the United States. He rose to prominence in the 1980s and 90s as a highly skilled and respected manufacturer of custom firearms and gun parts. His meticulous craftsmanship and attention to detail earned him a devoted following among gun enthusiasts and collectors. Hayden's workshop became renowned for producing high-quality, custom-made firearms, often tailored to the specific preferences of his clients. His work contributed to the thriving world of firearm customization and innovation, and he was well known within that niche community. However, Hayden's life took a dramatic turn when he faced legal trouble. In 2008, he was arrested and subsequently convicted for his involvement in illegal firearms activities. Specifically, he was found guilty of possessing machine guns and firearms with obliterated serial numbers, violating federal laws governing firearms manufacturing and sales. William Hayden is now 58 years old. His case highlights the legal consequences that can arise from firearms-related offenses, even for those with a reputation for craftsmanship in the field.
Carmen Carrera's journey into the public eye began when she appeared on the 3rd season of RuPaul's Drag Race. With her glamorous looks and electrifying performances, Carmen quickly made a name for herself in the drag world. However, things took a dramatic turn after she was eliminated from the show when she began her transition from male to female. This transition was not only a personal journey, but also brought with it major challenges in the public eye. Those who knew her as a drag performer struggled to come to terms with her new identity as a woman. To many, Carmen was still just a man who had once dressed as a woman, and changing the way she was perceived as a woman was not easy. Determined to be true to herself, Carmen hopes that sharing her story will help normalize the transition experience. Carmen's decision to transition has not only changed her life, but has also sparked important conversations about language and respect in the LGBTQ+ community. One notable instance was when Carmen spoke out against a controversial game on RuPaul's Drag Race called She or He. She found the term extremely offensive, especially considering the hardships transgender people face. Her comments sparked backlash from some members of the drag race community who accused Carmen of being ungrateful. Despite the criticism, she has remained steadfast in her beliefs, advocating for a more respectful and inclusive approach to transgender issues today. Carmen Carrera is not only a successful model who regularly walks shows around the world, but also a dedicated advocate for transgender rights. She continues to use her platform to promote greater understanding and acceptance of the transgender community. Even after her controversy on RuPaul's Drag Race, Carmen insists that there is no bad blood between her and RuPaul, and that she would still greet him with a hug if they ever met again. Carmen's journey is not only a story of personal transformation, but also a relentless effort to raise awareness and create positive change in society. Elizabeth Taylor, the beauty and brains icon of Hollywood's golden age, was known not only for her brilliant career, but also for her courageous efforts to overcome personal difficulties. Despite her great success, she struggled with alcohol and drug addiction for many years. In 1983, Taylor caused a stir when she became the first celebrity to voluntarily seek help at the Betty Ford Center, a prestigious rehabilitation institute founded by First Lady Betty Ford. With this bold decision, Taylor not only created a turning point in her life, but also had a profound impact, helping to break the stigma about addiction and opening up hope for those who were silently facing similar challenges. After overcoming her addiction, Taylor transformed herself into a passionate social activist. She focused on raising awareness and funding for AIDS research, prevention, and treatment, using her celebrity to promote humanitarian and practical initiatives. Elizabeth Taylor's journey from the dark corners of her life to the light of new meaning and purpose has become a powerful inspiration. Her story is not only a reminder of the power of determination, but also a beacon of hope for millions around the world, proving that even in the darkest of times, there is always the opportunity to rise again and build a brighter future.
Heather Locklear, in 1981, age 19. Heather Locklear, in 2023, age 61.